All right, just pulling into the farm here. You can see some of the cows out on the field there. There's the doggy. I gotta check if they have hay in these bunks over here, because usually if they go out to the big field, what that means is they're hungry and there's no hay left over here. So back here you have some wind panels for them, a trailer bunk. Some of them are resting over there, and then there we got 2 round bucks too, and it looks like one of them has some hay in it, so we're gonna see what's up with that. So today we're gonna have to feed silage, bed the calves, maybe feed some hay to the cows. There's the silage bag. I'm gonna go check that bunk out. So the hay in here is actually baleage, and it's alfalfa mostly. This is from, I believe, last year. Some of this might have got rained on a little bit. We had a real rainy year last year, but yeah, it was baled with a little moisture in and then wrapped in plastic. That way it can ferment. But they still have a little bit to clean up here. And these girls are fat, man, I'll tell you. Yeah, they're definitely not skinny. So they will be calving here in about a month. So by then we'll have to get them some real good hay for their milk. But I'm gonna go start the tractor and skid loader. That way I can bed the calves and maybe the cows here too. There's the old 7380i running like a top. So it's actually a pretty warm day here in Minnesota. I think it's about 10 degrees out right now, but I still had the Kubota and the tractor plugged in. This is the old Vermeer hay buster. So what this machine can do, if you have this big apron flipped up, it can shoot straw out, and you can change how high you want it to go. But if you want to feed hay, like in a row, instead of throwing it out, with your hydraulics, you lift this up onto this the safety clamp deal, whatever you want to call it, flip it out of the way, and then this can drop down, and then you can chop hay in a nice row. So let's start the skid loader here and the tractor and let it warm up for a minute or two. Glow plugs have cycled. There we go. Tractor next. Make sure it's in neutral. Yep. All right. No white smoke today. Not that cold out. Gonna unplug these girls. While those warm up for a few minutes, I'm gonna go around to the other farm, start the stove, make sure it gets nice and warm in there for me. We're gonna have to work on a truck later, so doggy's coming with. And there's still a few coals in there from last night. All right, this little bit of fire going right now, it'll be going real hot by the time I get back. I'm gonna open up the airflow here, that I can start it real nice and hot. Shut it, close the dampener a little bit, and start this fan back up. Should be toasty by the time we get here now. And look at all this wood I split. Time to drive the old girl out here now. Hop up here, put the wheel down. Okay, I gotta raise this hitch in the back. Lift the bucket up. We're ready to rock. I'm gonna hit this number 2 lever forward. It's gonna drop that back down. Now we can take our straw, dump it on the back, and throw it in there. Now as I lift this bale up, I'm gonna kind of wiggle this lever back and forth to try and get it to fall in there right. Instead of on its face, I want it to fall on its round. Okay, well, because this bale was so light, it was hard to get it to fall on its round, so it kind of fell in there the wrong way. That's not perfect, but if it has a hard time feeding it through, I can go down over there and adjust the hydraulic flow. Go ahead and unchain this gate. We're gonna lock these calves up. These calves will be getting sold here probably in a couple of weeks. I would say most of them are 650, some 750 pounds right now. Got a few tiny ones in here too. So we're gonna take the cows here, or these calves, heifers, steers, and we're gonna run them up in there. See the dogs having a little fun with that one. Hip! Hip! This is the mound that they lay on. Right here. Got 2 bunks there and an old elevator to feed silage in. I think there's about 38 in here. Hip! Come on! Let's go! Hip! 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 Don't mind the cripple out there. He's with the cows. Hip! Hip! Come on! Let's go! Hip! 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 This is one big steer, man. Come on, buddy. I don't want to get kicked by this feller. Come on, let's move. I got to get to this gate. Oh God, I'm in the danger zone here. There we go. Their Richie waterer is staying open. It's a little iced over, but the water's open inside there still, even through that negative 35-degree weather. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing that gate wide open. That's where I'm gonna drive in. And then I'll be chopping out to the right. Then I'm gonna open this gate here too, so I can pull all the way through and chop straw all the way to this edge. There we go. I open it all the way. That way it can sit over there where the wind won't take it. Hop on the old 5230 here. Okay, I'm lined up straight with that entrance and that entrance, and I clear the bunks. I'm gonna go ahead and start the PTO real slow here. I don't want to break the shear pin. You'll see it start spinning very slowly to start. All right, so there's big beaters down in there. That's what the PTO moves. Then this number one lever, I move it forward or backward to get that hay to feed in. Swing this gate shut. I'm gonna be coming around this old slurry store with the tractor and out this way. I didn't quite use up that whole bale, even though that was light bale. They just didn't quite need it all. That bale was really light. But let me go chain this quick. Oh, that's a nice fresh mound of straw for them to lay on. Keep dry. I'm gonna go let them out now. Some of them are still coming out, but oh yeah, they're sure happy jumping around up there. All right, done with the morning chores. That's all they needed. Nobody needed hay. Later on, we'll have to feed silage to the cows and calves. There's still some straw left in here. I'll probably chop this plus another bale or something for the cows tomorrow, but that won't be in the video. Just to make sure everything stays warm for when I get back here in 5 hours to feed silage. I'm gonna go ahead, plug these cords in to the skid loader. Well, I guess I'll need to plug the skid loader in. I won't need this, so. All right, it's about 4 o'clock. We get ready to feed silage, turn the key, wait for the glow plugs. You can kind of see the icon there. Now it's gone. Turn this idle up just a bit. All right. We'll be ready to do chores in just a few minutes. Feed some silage. All right, now I just gotta scoop into this pile. Probably gonna throw the edges together a little bit and scoop in. And since all the cows left this main pasture here, we're gonna have to go out there and bring them on back.
When the geese fly south for that winter, I wonder how far down they go. Well, I can tell you, no matter that distance.
All right, cows are all happy out there. A few of them over here, a few over there, and the rest are over at the trailer bunk. So now I gotta scoop some silage up here for the calves. I actually shovel it, that way I can get it about the same every time, and I can clean up the corners of this bag. I'm gonna do about 30-35 shovels full.
Just like me, girl, they always coming back home. When I leave you, it's early in the morning. You'll be crying.
All right, we got our, I think I counted 34 shovels full. And what that does, the way I do it, kind of cleans up the sides of the bag, makes everything a little bit nicer. So, and those frozen chunks, I don't know if you saw me using the fork or stomping on anything. Those frozen chunks, some of them are really big. You have to break them apart with the fork and then your foot. That way the cows can actually eat it. A couple weeks ago, I had a chunk that was so big, it was probably a quarter of this entire bag, which is an 8-foot wide bag, and I don't know how tall it is, what, 6 foot? So yeah, it gets pretty brutal, especially with wetter silage. So, you know, it is what it is, but a bag is, I guess it's quicker than a silo, and there's less things to go wrong, but then you do have to clean stuff up, you know, in the brutal cold of Minnesota. So there's pros and cons of a bag versus, you know, silos, which don't get used anymore. My dog's leading the way. They went in a lot quicker that time, but that's because they know they're getting silage. You 71A, I saved you, buddy. That's a twin there. And he likes to kick me still. Can you believe that? Cows really are ungrateful, huh? All right, same deal, close this. Yeah, they definitely went in there faster than this morning. All right, we'll swing that gate open and start dumping silage in here. And then, so I dump silage in this, but with all those calves, doesn't quite fit them all without them being overcrowded. So I always pour some in either that bunk or that bunk. And then we'll go put some protein pellets and a tiny bit of corn, which is in that feeder right there. We'll put it right over. That feeder is designed for when the calves are, you know, way smaller than this, so they can go in there and eat some protein. Okay, so what I did there at the end, I took 5 gallons of this stuff, spread it along that bunk down there, but as you see, I put a little silage that I had left in my bucket in that round bunk, that way they don't fight so much over at that other bunk. So I'm also going to take a little bit of this treat feed, it's called, just a real small scoop, and I'm going to go put this in that round bunk over there. Time to release the animals. They sure are excited. I'm gonna try and release them slowly, but you know, they're so anxious for silage. Back up. Hey! Hey! Fucking taking the gate with them. Come on, the rest of ya, get out there. Come on now, guys. Come on out. Come on, little boy. All right. What are you guys doing back here? You're not hungry? Huh? Come on, buddy. Let's go. Yep. Chain this up. All right, there you see some of them are over at that round bunk over there, and then the rest are over here. So they're pretty happy. So is the dog. Thanks for watching.